Students from Holton-Arms, George Mason, and Sandy Spring friends meet today on It's Academic. Hello everyone, I'm Hillary Howard. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday morning. It's Academic is now in its 60th season, brought to you as it has been for more than 50 years by Giant Food. Let's dive in and meet the teams. And we begin with the young women from Holton-Arms School in Bethesda. Josephine, tell us a little about yourself.
Hi, I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our amazing coaches for helping us get here.
Awesome. Annika, what's up with you these days?
Hi, I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I would like to thank our family and friends for all of their support along the way.
Wonderful. Maggie, what would you like us to know about you?
Hi, I'm a 16-year-old junior, and I'd like to thank our incredible alternates Bella and Caroline for being such an important part of every practice.
Wonderful. Here we go, guys. Your first question. Holton-Arms? Possum territory. This territory can be yours if you find in this phrase the name of what South Carolina fort that was fired upon at the opening of the Civil War.
Is it Sumter?
Yes, Sumter.
Yes, it is. Antiquated, thoughtful, progressive. If you said your music teacher used antediluvian teaching methods, you would be saying his or her approach was which of these?
Is it first choice?
Ante is before.
First choice.
You're right, antiquated. July 8th, 2011. This date marked the final launch of what U.S. space shuttle named for a legendary lost continent.
Is it Atlantis?
I think so. Atlantis.
It is Atlantis. Nice. Geiger counter, computer, dynamite. Here are three important inventions. Please put them in chronological order in terms of when they were created.
Is it
Dynamite.
third, first, second?
Yes, dynamite, Geiger counter, laptop computer.
Correcto mundo. Here's your last question. Here lies a lion, mightier in deeds than words. This epitaph marks the grave of what Spanish explorer who discovered Florida while searching for the fountain of youth?
Is it Ponce de Leon?
Yes, Ponce de Leon.
Yes, it is. Nice job, Holton. You've got 200 points. Time to meet the team from George Mason High School in Falls Church, Virginia. Hello, Sign. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Sign. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I would like to thank Catherine, our usual captain, and also Hunter for subbing in.
Awesome. Great to have you with us. Speaking of Hunter, what's going on in your life?
Hi, I'm Hunter Hicks. I'm a junior at George Mason. I'm a big coin collector, and I really wanted to thank our principal, Mr. Matt Hills, for all his support.
Beautiful. And Xander, tell us about yourself.
Hello, I'm Alexander Werner. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore at George Mason, and I'd like to thank Miss Mahoney, our coach, for preparing us to be here.
Great, and we'll get to hear from her in just a little while. Here's your first question. Clean off the mud. Clean the mud off, actually. This is good advice, but hidden within the sentence is what word that identifies an official national song such as France's La Marseillaise?
Anthem?
Yes, it is. Ephemeral, incognito, complacent. A person who is very self-satisfied can be best described by which of these?
Complacent.
Correct. April 26, 1986. An environmental catastrophe took place on this day when an explosion and fire destroyed what nuclear power plant in Ukraine?
Chernobyl.
Yeah. Arizona, Nautilus, Santa Maria. These three historical ships made it into the history books, but in different chapters. Please arrange them in chronological order. Anyone?
Santa Maria, Nautilus, Arizona.
No, it's Santa Maria, Arizona, Nautilus. We, that's my ship and I, took off. This account of his takeoff was made by what American aviator who made the first solo flight across the Atlantic in 1927?
Charles Lindbergh.
Yeah, that's right, Charles Lindbergh. Nice job, George Mason. 180 points. Now it's time to meet the team from Sandy Spring Friends from Sandy Spring, Maryland. Hey, Moira, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Moira. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Sandy Spring, and I'd like to thank our teachers for their help and inspiration.
Awesome. Olivia, what's going on in your life?
Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm also a 17-year-old senior at Sandy Spring Friends School, and I'd like to thank our awesome teammates for helping us get here.
Great. And Layla, good to see you. What's up?
Hi, I'm Layla. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Sandy Spring, and I would like to thank our wonderful friends and families for all their kindness and support, as well as Giant Foods for helping to make its academic possible for all of us.
Yeah. So here we go with your first question, Sandy Spring. Eugene values visits. You'll earn 20 points if you find in this sentence the name of what Swiss city that identifies prisoner of war conventions.
Conferring.
Geneva.
Geneva.
Yes. Final answer, Geneva.
Yes. Strength, money, citizenship. Someone who is languishing is losing which of these?
Conferring strength.
Yeah.
Final answer, strength.
Yes, it is. In 1582, October 5th and 15th actually fell on the same day when the Julian calendar was replaced with what other calendar named for a pope?
Conferring Gregorian.
Yes.
Final answer, Gregorian.
Yeah, it's Gregorian. Spain, Sudan, San Marino. Can you arrange these three countries in order of land area, beginning with the smallest?
Conferring.
San Marino is
I think
smallest.
so. Yeah, and then Sudan, and then
Yeah, I think so.
Answer?
Final answer, San Marino, Sudan, Spain.
Nah, San Marino, Spain, Sudan. His voyage provided the first proof that the world was round. This was one historian's comment on what Portuguese explorer whose expedition was the first to circumnavigate the globe.
Conferring Magellan.
Mhm.
Final answer, Magellan.
Yes, it is Magellan. Well done, Sandy Spring. 180 points. Time for the picture perfect round. Before we begin, let's recap the rules. Questions in this round are worth 20 points up or down. Also 10 points off if you don't answer at all. Holton, here's your first question. Publisher of the New York World and the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, this is what newspaper man who endowed prestigious annual journalism prizes?
Is it Pulitzer?
Yes, Pulitzer.
Yes, it is. Better to abolish serfdom from above than wait till it begins to abolish itself from below. These were the words of what 19th century Tsar who abolished serfdom in Russia.
Is it Peter or is it Nicholas?
I think it's Peter. Annika, do you know?
I think it's Peter.
Peter.
No, the answer is Alexander. This 1990 poster memorializes demonstrators killed during protests in what Eastern European country where Bucharest is capital?
Is it Romania?
Yes.
No, wait.
Yes.
Oh, wait, yes.
Romania.
Yes, it is Romania. Nice job, Holton-Arms. 220 points. Okay, George Mason, you're up for the picture perfect round. First clue. What is the collective name of these three mythical Greek figures who were said to spin the thread of life, measure its length, and finally cut it?
The
The
Fates.
Three Fates.
You're right, it's the Fates. Do they run already? Then I die happy. The man who spoke these words in 1759 was what mortally wounded British general whose army won the battle for Quebec on the Plains of Abraham? Answer? In 3, 2, 1, it's James Wolfe. Next question. Time is taking its toll on the ancient figures at Angkor Wat, a religious shrine located in what Asian country whose capital is Phnom Penh?
Cambodia.
Yeah, it's Cambodia. Great. 210 points, George Mason. Sandy Spring, you're up in the picture perfect round. First question. Though called the Chinese Palace, this building is located in Palermo, the largest city on what largest Italian island?
Conferring Sicily.
Yeah, I think so.
Final answer, Sicily.
It is Sicily. He has all the characteristics of a dog, except loyalty. This description of a one-time friend was credited to what president of Texas, the first to be elected to that office in 1836?
Conferring.
Need an answer. In
No answer.
No answer.
It's Samuel Houston. Here you see written in Japanese characters the name of what island on which Tokyo is located?
Conferring.
Need an answer, guys. In 3, 2, 1. The answer is Honshu. Nice. Sandy Spring, you've got 180 points. It's time to meet the coaches and administrators who support these students in their quest to win It's Academic. We begin, of course, with Holton-Arms. And Josephine, who's with you today?
Today with us, we have Mr. Tupper, our coach and government teacher, Dr. Krug, our coach and math and physics teacher, and Miss Jones, our head of school.
Awesome. So great to have all of you with us. And Mr. Tupper, you've been a coach on It's Academic for a long time. You've never seen a show done like this, have you?
Just on the air last week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how's it been preparing the girls for this?
It's actually been fine. You know, the questions are questions that we're pretty familiar with. The knowledge base seems to be pretty much what one would expect.
Well, it's so good to have you. Thanks for being here. And now we get to ask these girls some questions in the packet round. Every question is worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. And if you get all the questions right, woohoo, 25-point bonus. Here we go. Designed by John Roebling, the bridge that spans New York's East River connects Manhattan with what other New York borough for which the bridge is named?
Is it Brooklyn?
Yes, Brooklyn.
It is the beautiful Brooklyn Bridge. Approximately every 5 years, our solar system is visited by Giacobini Zinner, which is what same sort of celestial body as Halley's?
Is it a comet?
Annika, yeah, comet.
It is comet. Here's your science question. Sodium, carbon, sulfur. Which of these elements is least likely to be found in nature in its elemental form?
Is it first choice?
Yes.
First choice.
Sodium is right. Overlooking the Blue Ridge Mountains is Red Hill, once the home of what Virginia orator who said, "Give me liberty or give me death"?
Is it Henry?
Is it Henry? Henry.
Patrick Henry it is. Shakespeare's characters Goneril and Regan never worried about selecting the right Father's Day gifts, as they were the ungrateful daughters of what tragic king?
Is it Lear?
Yes, King Lear.
Poor King Lear, yeah. Here's your math question. What is the value of y?
Is it negative
Is it
2?
negative 2?
Yes, -2.
Yes, it is. A book called The Development of Capitalism in Russia was written by what Russian communist, the leader of the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution?
Is it Lenin?
Yes.
Lenin.
Yeah, it's Lenin. Well done, Holton. You got a 25-point bonus, woohoo, and 385 points. Now it's time to meet the coach from George Mason High School. Sign, who's with you today?
Our coach, Miss Mahoney. She's been the coach of the team for the past 4 years, and she also teaches AP Gov.
Wonderful. Miss Mahoney, how's it been teaching or coaching these kids during the pandemic?
It has been a joy to coach these kids. We've got a great rhythm down, and we meet about once a week and have a lot of fun.
Well, it's really nice to have you with us, Miss Mahoney. Thanks for all your support for these kids and for being here. And now, George Mason, it's your chance to play the packet round. Here we go with your first question. iPhone technology is a long way from the design created by what 19th century American who invented the first telephone?
Alexander Graham Bell.
Yes, that's right. John Paul Jones's crew on the Bonhomme Richard included a number of sailors from what small Iberian country whose capital is Lisbon?
Portugal.
Yes. Here's your science question. Lavoisier, Einstein, Archimedes. Which of these three men of science established the law of conservation of matter?
Science Zeta, what do you think? I'm thinking it's Einstein.
I feel like it might be Einstein. I do not remember who Lavoisier is.
Answer, guys?
Einstein?
Nah, it's Lavoisier. The transatlantic cable officially opened in 1858 with a short message sent to President James Buchanan by what long-reigning British queen?
As you know, I would think it's either like Victoria. That'd be the first one I could think of.
I feel like it's Victoria. It's either Victoria or Elizabeth I, and I feel like it's Victoria.
Transatlantic cable is recent. That would mean it's Elizabeth II.
Ah.
1864.
I need an answer, guys.
James Buchanan.
Captain, what's your answer?
Victoria?
Yep, it's Victoria. Nice. Many people have read The Red Pony, a short story by what American who also wrote The Grapes of Wrath?
Steinbeck.
Yeah. Here's your math question. Find the area of a right triangle whose legs are 7 and 8.
I think it's 28, right? Oh, no, yeah, 28. Okay.
28 is right. In 1865, former slaves celebrated Christmas knowing that what number constitutional amendment outlawing slavery had been ratified just days earlier?
The 13th.
You're right. 330 points, George Mason. Time to meet the coach from Sandy Spring Friends, and Moira, tell us all about him.
So with us today is our wonderful and supportive coach and the head of our Global Languages Department, Eduardo Polone.
Mr. Polone, tell us about your team. It's good to see you, by the way.
Wonderful to see you too, Hillary. I couldn't be more proud of the way these teammates let their lives speak in this manner. But I'd also like to thank not only you and Giant, but all those dedicated folks working so tirelessly and creatively behind the scenes for making It's Academic possible.
It took a lot to get it done. Thanks for being here, Mr. Polone. And now, of course, we begin the packet round, Miss Sandy Spring. Poet William Wordsworth wrote that his heart leapt up when he saw in the sky what colorful arc that sometimes appear after a shower.
Conferring rainbow. Final answer, rainbow.
Yes. Scientists in Indonesia have discovered frogs that breathe through their skins because they lack what pulmonary organs?
Conferring lungs.
Yeah.
Final answer, lungs.
Lungs is it. Here's your science question. Desalinization, electrolysis, distillation. If your job were the refining of copper, you should make regular use of which of these processes?
Conferring electrolysis.
Go for it.
Final answer, electrolysis.
Yeah, that's it. The turning point of the American Revolution is how some historians refer to what 1777 New York battle in which General Gates defeated General Burgoyne.
Conferring, is that Saratoga?
That's what I was thinking, yes.
Final answer, Battle of Saratoga.
Yeah, that's it. Some family therapy might have been useful for what brothers who title a major novel by Dostoevsky?
Conferring Karamazov.
Mm-hmm.
Final answer, Karamazov.
You've got it. Here's your math question. Solve this pair of equations for x.
Conferring. Yeah, I think it's 2.
It is 2. That's it. A Black Explorer at the North Pole is the title of the memoir of what African American who, with Robert Peary, discovered the North Pole?
Conferring.
Henson?
Henson, you're right.
Yes, it's Henson. Well done, Sandy Spring. You got a 25-point bonus. Yay! With a score of 345 points. Time for the grab bag round. Questions, as you know, are 20 points up or down. However, there's also a 20-point deduction for no answer, and the visual questions are 30 points up or down. Here we go, Holton-Arms. Back in the 19th century, Henry Clay and others who urged war with England were given what avian nickname, still used, to describe those who support war?
Is it the Warhawks?
Yeah, Warhawks.
Yeah, that's right. A secant of a circle is a line that intersects that circle at how many points?
Is it 2?
2.
Yes, it is, 2. Krista McAuliffe was a New Hampshire school teacher who was killed when what space shuttle blew up in 1986?
Is that Challenger?
I think so. Annika? Challenger.
Yeah, it's Challenger. And everyone my age, we all remember where we were. On your screens for 30 points. Here you see what European author whose best-known works like Lord Jim and Heart of Darkness are set in places far from Europe.
Is it Conrad?
Yes, Conrad.
Yeah, it's Joseph Conrad. Nice, Holton. You've got 475 points. George Mason, you're up for the grab bag. A red marker delineating the territory of two Native American tribes caused explorers to give the future capital of Louisiana what French name that means red stick?
Baton Rouge?
Yes, it is. If one base angle of an isosceles triangle is 55 degrees, what is the size of the vertex angle?
70 degrees.
You're right. Before you take an irrevocable step, you might think of what river crossed by Caesar in 49 BC, where he said, "The die is cast." Answer? In 3, 2, 1, the Rubicon. I know you knew that. On your screens for 30 points. This statue commemorates what American author whose pen name was O. Henry? The answer is William Sidney Porter. Nice job, George Mason. You have 320 points. Sandy Spring, it's your turn for the grab bag. Though we know little about the origins of Stonehenge, few people still believe the old legend that it was built by what magician in King Arthur's court?
Conferring Merlin. Final answer, Merlin.
Yeah, Merlin's right. How many millions are there in a trillion?
Conferring.
Is it 100?
No, a billion is a million millions, so it's that 1,000 million, so it's 1 million millions, I think.
Final answer, a million millions.
Yes, that's right. Because his father was an admirer of a Shawnee chief, Union General William Sherman was given what middle name?
Conferring. Is this
Need an answer, guys.
Tecumseh. Tecumseh.
Yeah, you got it. It's Tecumseh. On your screens for 30 points. Those burning eyes belong to what Anglo-Irish dramatist who wrote such plays as Pygmalion and Major Barbara?
Conferring Shaw. Final answer, Shaw.
Yeah, it's Shaw. Nice, Sandy Spring. You've got 435 points. The scores are now official. We begin with George Mason High School from Falls Church, Virginia. Sign, Xander, and Hunter with 320 points. From Sandy Spring, Maryland, Sandy Spring friends, Moira, Olivia, and Layla with 435 points. And coming back for the playoffs, Holton-Arms School from Bethesda, Josephine, Annika, and Maggie, 475 points. Way to go. Thank you so much for being with us for this edition of It's Academic. Looking forward to seeing you next Saturday when we have BCC, Gaithersburg, and Walter Johnson. I'm Hillary Howard. See you next time.